Hello and namaste, it's Jewel from Goddess Creative. Now I know you haven't heard from me in a very long time. I've been in mourning, deep mourning for the information that I know. And I have been wanting to do a video for a very long time, but have not known how to deliver it. And even today, right now, as I speak to you right now, I still don't even know how to deliver it. Okay, I don't even know where to start. I honestly don't even know where to start. I mean, most of you come to me for cryptocurrency insight, a little bit of spiritual insight, but yeah, cryptocurrency, of course it's going to run, and I've been saying October, it's going to be friggin' up there. It's going to be, yeah, without a doubt, cryptocurrency is going to run so high that you won't believe it, and it's going to make a lot of people wealthy. But there is no point in having all this wealth. All this wealth is going to do nothing for you. It's not. How is all this wealth going to help you if you are not going to be healthy to be able to enjoy it? And I guess that's my message for today. I think this one's going to be a long one. I don't even know where to start. So I'm just going to have to start. And yeah, I think I'm just going to have to start and do a lot of editing. Okay, so I've been spiritually conscious virtually all my life. You know, become unconscious at certain times, when I was married and I was raising my family, all that kind of stuff, but I always knew and I always felt it. I've always known I've had a calling. I've always known I was meant to be doing this work. So, and I don't want to rattle on too much about my story, but trying to give you some background here and some reference point. So my spirit, like I've astral traveled as a child. I've experienced miraculous healing and miraculous spiritual experiences at a few real pivotal points in my life, like life-changing pivotal points in my life. Miraculous healing on my middle daughter when she was in utero. I experienced that. So that's 22 years ago. And then prior to that, miraculous spiritual experience where I would not be alive if it wasn't for my father, who had at the time my mother had passed, and she came through to him to basically save my life. So long story short, so you know, I've experienced the knowing of my spiritual consciousness for a very long time. There's just no denying it. So, and I guess I'm telling you this because I really believe what I'm getting. That's why I'm telling you this. And it has been my calling to do this. It's my calling to deliver this message also. Yes, it was my calling to help you with cryptocurrency calls and to help people survive through the shit that's going on in the world right now, to come out the other side. Yes, but you have to understand, people, we're in a spiritual war. And it's been a secretive spiritual war, right? That's been going on through eons of time. And so if you don't want to hear this, then I suggest you just switch off and go away, and my work doesn't resonate for you. But if you feel that there is something greater than yourselves, and you know that you also have a calling, and that you also have something greater than yourself that is connected to you, then you should stay tuned. And some of you already know this stuff, and you've been following other psychics and following other light workers information, psychic information, other astrology stuff, whether it be stuff from that is remote viewing. It could be that, whatever. You just know and I wish I am getting different stuff, but I'm not getting different stuff. I'm getting slightly different information, yes. So I guess this video is about really cementing in that information and confirming what others are getting as well, but also delivering my message, which is, I hope it's still a message of hope, but I can't stress how much we're going through a spiritual war. You don't understand. You seem to think that this war is just going to play out and it's not going to have an effect on you. But it already has an effect on you. It already has an effect on you in every single country, in every single environment. It's already having an effect on you. And we are so in this, yes, it is a spiritual war. This is what it is right now, a spiritual war. It is very much our tower moment. It's very, 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 very much our tower moment. And in no other time have we needed the strength that we do right now. I want to say that. It's so hard for me to deliver this message. It really, really is. And to deliver to you what I think I need to deliver. But I do. Because I'm getting the same as what other people are getting. That we are, yes, going through this tower moment now. And that this does equal illness, and it does equal death. And I know a lot of you don't want to hear that, or you might be shocked to hear that. If you're unconscious, then you're probably shocked to hear it. But this is a war that's been going on for a really long time. And I think I first really learnt about this in 2015. So in 2015, I really discovered my lineage. So we all have a lineage, right? Well, most of us, those that are star seeds, light workers, can feel and have a knowing to consciousness, know that there's a higher power. We all have a lineage. It's not the first time we've been here. We've been playing this spiritual war out through eons of time throughout history. And we've been in the, so you've heard me talk about the matrix before. So I learnt more about the matrix, and I learnt about my heritage in 2015, and the understanding that I am a sovereign soul. So my heritage is of Lemurian ancestry. I have come from a sovereign ancestry, sovereign soul ancestry, just like many of you do, but there's many of you that haven't really tapped into your ancestry. There's a lot of you that, and this is different from starseeds because they have a different ancestry. Yes, they're all part of the galactic family, and they are of high light. I just have to give you my perspective on it, and this is my perspective on it. So my ancestry is of sovereign source light consciousness. It has been for a very long time. It's the light that I work with. It's not saying that everybody else doesn't work with source light, but there's all sorts of energy. I've always said that, you know, be careful what and other, you know, other, there's different light. There's always different light. We live in a duality reality timeline of light and dark. So be careful what energy you're calling in to get your information. And there's some beautiful information. Galactics are bringing in some beautiful information. Some of them are bringing in confusing information, is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying to you is I very much work when I am working and calling in my information, it is of higher soul source consciousness to get source truth wisdom. So that's what I'm saying to you there. So I do that when I divine and when I connect with my Lemurian light council, my Lemurian light family to get information. That's who I connect in with. So and this has been a massive spiritual war that's playing out. Everybody's here. Why do you think you're here right now? You're here right now because this is the biggest show on earth right now. This is the biggest, it's the biggest play that's happening right now. It's the biggest show on earth. Yeah, it's hard for me to try and explain this to you, but I'm trying in the best of my ability in this. So I get that there is so many in the dark right now. So many. I'm using these as images to help show you, as symbolism to help show you. So many are in the dark. And it's, you know, and we're almost at a stage where we can't really even wake them up anymore. They're not meant to be woken up. And I'm sorry if this sounds disjointed because I didn't know how to deliver this. I didn't know how to do this video. But I've spent days and days and days now going through everything that I've been getting in all my information. But I do get this. And it's going to affect many people in many different ways. So I don't even know how to start. Alright. So like I said, in 2015 I discovered that I am, and I always sort of knew this because I remember my soul contract coming in, but in 2015 I really woke up to what that was, and I woke up to this, how the system really worked, and that we live under a matrix, which is a net over Earth, which is a recycling system that just recycles most souls back into the system, which has stopped now, and it actually stopped last year. The recycling stopped, and you can actually choose to come back or not, right, into the slave system, the matrix system, right? And if you don't know what that is, you know, you can look it up and you can research it and all that kind of stuff. But I've got to start talking about this, yeah. So I do get that the matrix net will be dismantled. I get that there is going to be, and it could be on the 22nd of the 12th, 2021. I get that as a time that the possibility, like I get that the matrix net, it has been degrading anyway, and it has holes in it now. But I get that it's completely dismantled and completely gone, probably at the end of this year, and it could be, but definitely in 2022 it's gone, right? So that means with the net, the matrix net dismantled, it means the wool is no longer pulled over the eyes, and it also means that truth has come out. Truth is coming out. It can no longer be hidden. So this is to do with this again, right? I get that you just can't have one without the other. So yes, there's going to be a lot of wealth coming in, and I get that you should be getting out of your crypto come the end of this year. So come November, well, even before that, I will be out before that. But I get that there's going to be a lot of internet outages and a lot of disruption. And the reason why there's going to be these internet outages and disruption is because the truth will be coming out. That's why. And they need to try and cover up the truth. And they'll try and drag it out. Come end of this year, they'll be dragging it out. Because they won't be able to drag it out anymore. It's going to be devastating. It's going to be this. It is the Tower moment. It's this. This is what I'm getting for next year, okay? This is what I'm getting for 2022, all right? I wish I wasn't getting it. I've checked it so many times. I wanted to prove, not that I wanted to prove, but I wanted a lot brighter outcome. Yes, there'll be a brighter outcome, but it's going to take a long time. Like, this is your This is the crossroads. This is your time to choose. This is your time where you should take off your blinders. I'm urging all of those that are light families, starseeds, galactic families, all of those to trust your knowing, trust your intuition right now. Because this thing is not safe. Right? This thing is not safe. And it does end in the death card for many, many people. Not everyone. And I say not everyone because we are not all of the same lineage. We are not all of the same makeup, genealogy. So this is the biggest show on earth right now, and there's many beings from different planets that are here right now. I don't care if you think I'm crazy, that's fine, then you should switch off and go away now. But you're really foolish to think that it's only humanity that's on the planet right now. There is many, many consciousness on the planet right now. There's many, many people that have different lineages than your own, that come from different galaxies, different star seeds, right? So I don't consider myself a star seed. I consider myself as a sovereign source player, a direct descendant of source. Okay? And so there's many of us that are here right now. There's also many great galactics that are here right now, many star seeds delivering their messages that are of the highest light. There's also many unconscious players. So there is there's many like NPCs. They're like an organic matter of programmed consciousness. So they're all here. Those beings, and they're a being, just they won't be woken up because you can't wake them up. You just can't. But they will be the ones that will be greatly affected, and it'll be incredibly sad. Okay? I strongly suggest that if you're still sitting on the fence, all right, still trying to work out if there's, if you can just bury your head in the sand and not choose, then you can't, no longer. You have to choose, right? You have to make a decision, because all countries now will be putting on the pressure for you to make a decision regarding this and take a stance. I'm suggesting to you that you really, really, really need to protect yourself, right? In more ways than one. All right. So let me try and communicate some of the things I've been getting. I've got a lot of notes, so you just have to bear with me. So So what I got was all of them are dangerous. All the different types there are dangerous. Probably the safest one is the Novavax, and hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, so I get that one as safer, the Nova one. Okay, I'm trying not to say what they are because I don't want the video taken down. So I do get that you'll still get ill from taking it, okay? So if you feel like there is no way out and you have to take it, take that one. But I do feel like there's things that can combat it, like that can help you, various different things, and I'll go through them soon. But you'll still get ill, okay? Most beings, starseeds, light workers, people that like crystals, people that realize there's a consciousness and they're connecting with their heart energy will, you know, they'll still, like everyone will still get ill if they take it. And many will die, without a doubt. I get 60% will die, but many will be aided with alternative healings, you know, so using alternative healers, energies, you know, quantum energy healers, light workers, sound healing, all those people are going to be needed. So many are going to be needed. If you were unsure of your spiritual path and you've been dabbling in this stuff, practice it now. Hone your skills now. If you've already learnt some of the arts, get them out and get practicing. And you've put it away because you didn't think there was a need for your calling, there is going to be such a need for your calling next year. So yes, that Nova one will have nanoparticles that are being about. They don't track you, but they do control. They don't need to track you. They don't need to track because they have you under control. Okay, is what I'm getting. Okay, so they don't need to track you because they can control you with this if you decide to have the Nova one. But it'll make you very ill. It is a culling of the population. It is a culling. I'm sorry, but it is. And like I said, I learnt about this culling of the population in 2015 when I first learnt about this matrix thing. And, you know, I learned the whole story. I learned about the matrix. And there's different takes on this. So, when I first learned about this, and I started divining and I started to ask spirit. And I hadn't really connected in as strongly to my light family as I have now. And like I find this so hard to deliver. I really, really do. I didn't want to talk about this density, but I have to. I have to give this warning. So when I was learning about it then, So I think it was like 2016, 2017. I was learning about it, and it was when a lot to do with my the information. So it was a culling of the population, which I learnt about then, and we didn't know in which way it was going to come. And I was also, it was when I first really started getting into, I think it was like 2018, I got into my soul regression work, and I learned of, there was a talk about the culling of the population. There was a talk about the Great Awakening, and the information that Alison Coe was bringing in as she was doing regression work, and she was bringing in like this, the happening, right? The happening work, and the she was bringing in basically the culling. I don't know how else to say it. But I was reading it back then, like I was checking for the work back then, and I know this is what it is now. This is it now. This is it now. This is it. This is it. This is it. 2022 is going to be the huge awakening, like when all the unconscious awake as well. The ones that haven't passed, they will awake as well, because there's no denying it. There's just no denying it anymore. Look, I've checked and I've checked and I've checked, and I wish I was getting different information, but I'm not. You know how many times over the past few weeks I keep checking this and thinking, no, this can't be real. And this is why I've been in mourning and sadness. I've been in such mourning, because mourning for the way, you know, us and our children will never know life the way it once was. It's just never going back to normal, people. It's never going back to normal. You are rudely mistaken if you think this is going back to normal. It's so not. If you think by getting this, right, it's going to put everything back to normal, you are so unrealistic and unconscious in your thinking. It's never going back to normal. This is not going to give you freedom. It's not. And if you think this is going to, Qantas, you have to be, our airline here in Australia, Qantas, you have to be to even go on a flight. Now, I say to you, if you even think there's going to be airline pilots to fly those planes, you're rudely mistaken. And if I can't go into a restaurant because I haven't been, or I don't have that passport, that digital passport, then so be it. And yes, the ISO 20022 is a true and a real thing. It is the New World Order. It is the part of the culling of the population. It is part of the digital identities, the Internet of Things. It might seem amazing. It might seem it's a great way they're going. Don't think that they haven't culled half of the population before they get there, because I get they will. All right? Far out.